And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop. Did you miss me? Today we're going to be looking at this Marshall MG15CD guitar amplifier that belongs to my mate Big Joel. Right, well, here it is. The MG Series 15CD. I said 1500 CD, didn't I? Never mind, it's a 15 CD. Yeah, it's the usual guitar amplifier kind of affair. Clean channel, gain, volume, overdrive select, bit of EQ in there. FDD, no idea. Floppy disk drive, shouldn't think so. Input socket, power switch, and then we got these two bizarrely named sockets here. CD in and emulated line out, and then emulated headphones. Emulated headphones? Could we not have real headphones? Anyway, no idea what that all means. The complaint is that he switches it on and it just produces horrible levels of feedback and nothing else. So yeah, let's plug it in and find out what it does. I'm going to do this cagily, I suppose, if it's going to squeal at me. I don't. Right, here we go. This is noisy as hell. Yeah. Okay, we've got a lot of very scratchy controls in there. That needs looking at for a start, doesn't it? So I wonder how the thing comes apart. Let's just take the mains out of it so I don't kill myself. It looks to me like it's the usual guitar amp kind of affair. I'm surprised it's got a back on it, but anyway, that's 4 screws on the top, and I suspect the chassis just slides out. So let's try that. What a coarse threaded screw. Might just leave that screw in for a second and undo the front ones, I think, because that's going to fall down otherwise. Okay, let's see if it slides out. Presumably we'll have to disconnect the speaker at some point. Oh, it's not keen. There we go. Bit of gentle persuasion and out it comes. Can't see where the speaker connects. Oh, it's underneath there. There we go. Oh, didn't leave you much lead, did they? That's going to be a right fiddle faddle to get back in. But anyway, there we go. There's very, very little in there. What have we got? Can you see on the top camera? Right, you can. So yeah, it's all semiconductor. There's no flash thing with valves in it here that Marshall was so famous for. Couple of op amps there. Yeah, really quite simple. I think what we need to do is to get this board out first, just inspect the other side of it, clean the pots up, and that might just be it, you know. Let me move the cabinet out of the way for now, and yeah, let's extract this board and see what's going on. Right, so we've got some nuts holding those in, and I suspect, yeah, nuts holding the pots on as well. Let's turn all these down to nothing so we know where they are. Tinner box spanners, find something suitable. There we go. Okay. Gently ease that out. Let's have a look at what horrors lie beneath. What I was expecting to find was some dry joints on here, just where they'd broken up. And yeah, there are a couple not looking great. So I think we'll just rework all of those anyway. Give the pots a clean. I think that might be it. This might be the world's shortest video. Right, let's switch the iron on. Look at this. Go to the top of the class, Mr. and Mrs. Marshall. That's an excellent piece of grounding there. Well done. How's it at the other end? Yep, it's beautiful. That's what we like to see. Tell you what, this end of the volume control pot here is very dry, and that will give you flat out volume if that was making intermittent connection. I wonder if that is what his complaint was, and it's just sort of settled in transit. This one's very dry as well. People always say I never do close-ups of my soldering work. So let's have a little zoom in, shall we? There. Light isn't the best, is it? Do the jack plugs while I'm here. All the bits that can suffer with the consumer operating them. I mean, they're going to get, you know, vibration, what have you. You know, as you turn the pots, there's going to be a little bit of strain on the joints, even with the nut on the front panel. They weren't particularly tight, those nuts, I have to say. And, you know, it just takes a little bit of movement in that joint repeatedly, and it will crack and fail. This board is crackling as I'm soldering it. Just cast my eye, see if there's anything else. That switch, we ought to do those as well, because we are here. Well, there we are. That's everything that the customer can get at soldered up. Everything else looks quite reasonable, really. Right, let's just clean these pots up. Being as it's Big Joel, and he's a lovely bloke, he can have the good stuff. He can have some deoxit. How am I going to gain access to the back of the pot? We can get in there. Get in on all of those. Work them back and forward a few times just to clean them up. Yeah, you can sort of feel them spinning a little bit more freely now. A little bit in these switches. Yeah, these are a little bit stiff before, but they're not now. That seems to have done its job, I think. Put that back on the shelf. Get a bit of kitchen towel just to mop up the excess. That has gone everywhere. Stop it rusting, won't it? Pop that back in the chassis. Put all the nuts and bolts back on and we'll give it a quick test. How old this thing is. See if there's a date code on any of the ICs. It might be, that's a real Texas Instruments TLO82, I think. TLO72. Can't make out a date code on it. And our BA4560, I've no idea what a BA4560 is. Might be a little filter IC actually for the tone controls, mightn't it? I shall have to Google that in a second. Right, it's got it back up together. I suspect that's it. I reckon that's going to be a really simple repair. But let's just hook it up to the workshop speaker and give it a test. Right, I've got a signal going into the input jack, but it's not switched on yet. The signal generator is off. I've got it hooked up to the workshop speaker, so let's just switch it on. Don't even have a power light. What's going on here? Oh. I think I may have just spotted another fault. Ah. No, it's my main socket. Or is it the plug itself? That's horrible. I wasn't expecting that. There's signs of rust on this plug, you know. Has this been wet in its life? Let's just check all those terminals are nice and tight. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Quality Busman fuse, so that's probably good. Could be damage in the mains lead. Let's try again. I'm just going to switch one of the plugs over just in case I have got a dodgy socket. It's possible. Right, make sure the speaker leads aren't shorted out or anything. They're not. Right, let's go again. That's nasty. That is very nasty. I wonder if we've got an intermittent break in the drain relief of the plug. Oh, you can smell something is arcing away in there. I think what I'm going to do is shorten the mains lead by just a couple of centimetres and refit the plug, and I'm betting myself all that unpleasantness goes away. Undo the cord grip. Normally you can see if one of them's arcing because it'll pull out. Give it a little tug. Nope. 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 Okay. I don't like it anyway. It's going to go, and that's the end of it. They have made an attempt with some moulded plastic thing, haven't they, to hold it together, but yeah, I don't think that's exactly ideal. When fitting a British plug, the lead should be staggered something like that. There's always a cutting diagram when you buy a new plug on the back. Follow it. The idea is if you pull the lead, the earth disconnects last, so it's always electrically grounded. Right, put the pins back in the areas. Strain relief back on. The cord grip, I suppose, not strain relief. Okay, that's good. Pop the fuse back in. It's all happy in there. Cap back on. See if it fizzes and pops about the place this time. Right, make sure none of that lot is shorting out or anything. Good. I wonder if it's just a horrible plug. Well, it's on now. It's a hell of a lot quieter, so that's good. Let's switch the output of the generator on. Output on. There we go. It's very quiet. It's not got a big signal in there. Let's turn the signal up a bit. It's the overdrive channel. Oh yeah, that's overdriving. Well, that's it. At least the amplifier itself is working. I'm not happy with that plug though. I'm going to take that off and fit a brand fire new one. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. Right, I fitted another plug and yeah, that's not humming and crackling and buzzing at all, so that's good. One thing to note about British plugs, when you buy them out of the box, they come fitted with a 13 amp fuse. That's great if you're running a kettle or a hairdryer or an electric fan heater, something that's gutsy. No good for a guitar amplifier. I noticed in the original plug there was a 5 amp fuse and it's fused inside the amplifier as well. So I'm fairly happy with that. The fuse, despite what you may be told, is only there to protect the cable unless it's a table lamp. But yeah, there we go. And I also mentioned the cutting chart you get on a new plug. It's sort of, I demonstrate the old one. The new plug always comes with the instructions pushed over the pin. So there you can get your colours of your wiring and your lengths right and make a tidy job of it. Because in my career doing this, my God, have I seen some pig's ears. Right, let's get this thing back together. Right, I think I'm going to insert it through the front this time, just until I can get the speaker leads through. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to reattach them to the speaker very easily. I need to put the mains lead through first, don't I? So let's just do that. There we go. And no, you can't get it back in through the front. It's going to have to go back in through the back. Yeah, it butts up against the front panel and these little rubber strips, look. Oh, right. So how on earth am I going to reconnect the speaker? I'm going to have to take this back panel off, aren't I? Okay, right, so be it. Don't think I was pushed forward enough somehow. Okay, now all I've got to do is just reconnect the speaker. So I think we've got 5 screws to undo. Made in India. Good Lord. There we are. Snick the speaker terminals back on. Put that back cover back on. That's it. I think we're done. And there you have it, the Marshall MG15CD guitar amplifier. Quick service and of all things, a new mains plug. I really can't see anything wrong with that one, but nevertheless, it's for the bin. Right, there you go. Playing nicely now. Excellent job. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish. Buy me a coffee if you'd like. It's really nice to be back. So yeah, leave some comments down in the comments below. And I'll see you next week here on Doz's Television Workshop. Cheers now. Bye.
With a gentle hand, he brings them back in line. Every twist and turn makes the magic shine. Cathodes and the crackle of the tubes amidst the they play nostalgic tunes, solder smoke, and the faint aroma of time in each repair. An art that's so prime. Fix the picture, bring back color in the dark. Screens that buzz, it's magic on display. Old TVs revived in a brand new way. Circuit woes, but we're getting closer. Neon signs, they guide you to the door. Tubes and screens like you've never seen before. Pulses hum as sparks begin to fly. In this tiny shop, dreams are set too high. In Doz's shop, with a touch of love, your picture's clear and true. In Doz's hands, pixels flicker back to life and stand. Microchips and vintage heart in a world of screens playing their parts. Circuit boards with stories to untangle. Every wire a promise at an angle. He bends the light through the lens, creating onyx nights. Oscillators creating sonic waves, bringing back the charm of retro days. Capacitors and resistors. In Doz's touch, there's no misfire. Transistors dance to the rhythm of repair. Through the glow, feels like magic fills the air. Voltage pulses, the tune's melodic run. A symphony of sparks where the work is never done. In Doz's shop, with steady hands.
God's sake. See what a brake does for you?